Hi, welcome to our channel. We're the Grace Note Stitchers. I'm Corinne.
And I'm Colleen. And this is Paris.
And boy, do we have a lot of things to share with you today. Somehow I added up my stitches today and it looks like I only had 13,200.
Only?
Yeah. I don't know. I hit all my goals. So woohoo. All right. I don't have any finishes or starts. What about you?
Nope.
Okay. We were good. All right. What do you want to start with? So we were at 2 retreats.
Yes.
First was
Steel City.
That was the beginning of the month. And the end of the month, we went to Hobby House, and that was with
Heartstring Samplery and Plum Streets.
Samplers. So we had a great time, but we'll try to talk about that more at the end. We might intersperse. Who knows? What do you want to start with? My huge pile. As always, because I have so many more goals than her. I'm going to go first. First was my enchanted unicorn. I made sure that I pulled out my project bag so that I actually had my cover photo for y'all. So my goal was 1,000 stitches, and I did it. I've already had to use the sidebars. So I don't have Omnique sidebars for everything. So I try to sew sleeves, like not pillowcases, but just a sleeve, basically.
Fabric tube of a sense.
Yeah, like a sock. To keep my projects in, but I don't have them for everything yet. So yeah, I just rubber band the end and label it so that I don't lose it. So this is where I am. Sorry, I have my needle there. So I felt like I got a lot of progress on this. When I was working on this one, my husband's like, why are you working on that one? That one's, where did that come from? And then he looked at it. He's like, oh my goodness, you have a lot done on it. So, because he has one goal.
Yeah.
Making finery. Like, why aren't you working on your lady? Why aren't you working on your lady? You want me to keep going?
Yep.
Alright, so even though I didn't go to sit and stitch, I tried to put a few stitches in on my stained glass jasmine. And I might take her this weekend. This weekend, we're leaving tonight, my husband and I, driving to my parents, spending the night, and then driving to West Virginia tomorrow for my son's Saturday morning graduation, back to my parents Saturday night, and then home Sunday. So anyway, a lot of being in the car. So maybe I'll get more done on Jasmine. I don't know. But if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. Because I only got 400 last month. So, but I don't have any set goal. This is just my sit and stitch and whatever stitching. So I'll put that to go. Let me keep going. This was a whip go, and my goal was 500 stitches. Look at my baby all curled up. I don't have a cover photo for this. I apologize. This is Calories Don't Count at Christmas by Sue Hillis.
I think it's just called Christmas Calories.
Yes, it's called Christmas Calories.
I think it says that.
What I've said, and it's called Christmas Calories. And I did get my 500 stitches in that. I stitched on that while I was at New York at Hobby House because the lighting was pretty dim. So it was the first time they were out in this, it's not a tent, but it's a makeshift building kind of thing. It was great for a wedding, but they said if they ever have another one, they'll have to bring in external lighting. But there was no, like we didn't have power at our table, so I couldn't plug in my lamp. So I was struggling. We had battery operated, which was okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't have my magnifier down until the last day.
The only source of light in there was 4 large chandeliers. But this was a huge building, and they had lots of windows, so when natural light could come in, but the windows overcast, and when it gets dark, it's very dark.
Right. So there was a lot of that. So anyway, Ada was a great project to stitch on while I was there. That's on Strawberry Latte, by the way. Mozart Cat I didn't count up the exact amount of stitches, but based on my photos, it's around 1100 stitches. So I think that one's coming along quite nicely. I mean, there's not much more. Oh, hold on. I gotta move my needle minder because look at that. I'm really excited. We're getting there. We are getting there. It said August should be my finish. I don't know. Hopefully a little earlier. That definitely has to go with me because it's my one strand a day. And then my oh, this month is Maple. Some people reminded me.
Maypole.
P-O-L-L.
Not maple.
Anyway, I just stuck my tongue out. Anyway, Maypole. Some of us started our polls already so that we knew which project we were going to work on first, which is great because Castle Homecoming was pulled, and that's definitely going with me because that's easy to see. And then I'm going to put my next poll because I need to know what to take with me. Anyway, this is my section a month, and I got that section completed. And, you know, I did 300 stitches, so I continued on elsewhere. I'm still in the process of fixing the colors.
What about her face?
Her face.
What her Pac-Man face?
Her Pac-Man face. Her face is her face. It's still the same. I don't have an excuse for that. And then Mermaid of the Pearls. I was going to push for 1,000, but I quit at 500. Just because I was running out of time. So I did get 500 stitches even with some blended threads. So I was pretty excited about that. But she's going away for a year. I just wanted to get some progress, and I did. Same with this antique carousel. That was a whip call, as is this. I, again, don't have a cover photo. But I was able to get this in Pattern Keeper. So I am excited to say that I had 0 problem stitching on this linen. It was fast as lightning. So apparently my problem with most of my linen projects is the fact that they're all paper patterns. So I didn't mind stitching on this one at all. You want to go? I still have others, but
I can show one.
Okay.
Puppy stay.
Yep, she wants to come to me. Want to come, Mama?
All right. And I am purposely trying to talk louder, but we also are mic'd up, so just let us know down in the comments
Maybe.
if that is. If
it
the
works.
mics work. But if it is, let us know feedback wise, like, is it helpful, or, you know, should I just try to talk louder? Or both. Okay, so this one, it's called Samurai Scene. It's from the magazine World of Cross Stitch. I don't think I have a cover photo because the pattern, like, I mean, there is like a tiny cover photo, but I'm not sure if I have it on my copy.
I think it shows part of the pattern.
Like, I think it is just the pattern, so I can't show you what it will look like. Oh, my thread's on the front. Okay, actually, I think I just put it right back. It's kind of what we're working with. I didn't work this like at the retreat. I worked in the hotel room when I was winding down for bed. This is on White Peach Tea, I believe, 32 Lagana. Oh, look, there's a threader. So like I just got like a little bit of gray in there. So most of this has already been there. I do want to keep working on this one, and kind of my incentive is there's the sister piece to it. I think it's Samurai Scene, and I think it's called Gazing Geisha. But I want them in the same frame, and Hobby Lobby has a frame that's perfect for it. But I know that like frames go like not in and out because like they will go out of stock, but when they could discontinue carrying it, so like I don't want them to discontinue it because there's nothing like exactly like that. But I do like this piece. There's a lot of backstitch. There is a decent amount of beading. I think with the, where is it? Like the key, if I can see if there's like blends or something. Even like the hair is pretty. Back strand. There's light effects. There's only 2 male hell seed beads. there's half stitches, there's DMC light effects. So I'm just gonna do all the stitching. Like, I just love doing just all the stitching. Then I don't have to think, oh, I have to go back and stitch that. And then I can just do everything on top of that. That's how I kind of see it, as layers. But yeah, so I can't really focus on this one. This was just one I was like, oh, let me pull out to go to retreat, because I'll show you my Memorial Day in a little bit, and my peacock, of course, that is the main focus for the year. So yeah.
So she would go up and do room stitching when I would join people in the lobby. And we didn't wait until the room closed at 11.
Yeah, because we were just like, it's dark. Like, it's really hard to see we're struggling.
Yeah.
And the
so
lobby lights, there's good lighting there.
Yeah. So as it got darker, or we were just getting frustrated or ready to change projects, we would just kind of look at each other at our table and be like, oh, let's go up. And then when we would go up, there'd be a lot of other people already there.
Yeah, you're like, ooh, I got a snag seat.
Yeah. And there wasn't like a huge amount in the lobby. And at the lobby, hi, beautiful. Again, there was no electric. So we just had to use the lighting that they had there. Hi, are you going to move over with Colleen?
Come
here. Sorry.
Come here, my scruff muffin.
Oh, so Castle Homecoming is my one motif a week. I have not worked on it for this week. Again? Or no? You didn't give me my needle minder back yet.
It's sitting on your bin.
Okay. It stuck to her stuff. Anyway, I'm going to try to work on the tree this week, and then that will be my motif, because this won my maypole. So, which is great, because I don't know if I even should have put it on there, since I knew I needed to work on this. I'll talk more about how that all works at the end. So anyway, I got all the grass done since you've seen the last, the walkway, the water. Probably that's it. That's my guess. So that we'll have to go back upstairs, and then my do different. Obviously, this big, large piece is not going with me. I don't know if you, well, I have thread there, but other than my thread, you can kind of see what the finished piece is going to look like. And this one, I got a big amount, 2,300 stitches, because I was just trying to get my section done. So with this one, I got all of that done. And then for May, I'm going to get the matching flower done here. I don't know that it's exactly the same. I mean, I can look. It's already under. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So I will be working on that. But these, sorry for the up and down, these are different, which is kind of cool, because that was a little bit fun to work on, all those difference. This took me a lot longer than normal, just because of our dye schedule. We took up 200 and some yards to Hobby House
for a trunk show.
We don't know how well we did, because we did let them have another week or so to see if they could sell more, or possibly just buy it all out right from us, what was left. But we did get a good response from the attendees, so that was great.
Yep.
But we dyed 100 yards in the past 2 weeks, like cutting and then dyeing, cutting 1 week, dyeing the next. So lots. We've been very crazy busy. So the lower stitches for me is not a surprise. I'm actually very pleased I hit my goals. Whoops, I forgot to put this in here. If I don't do it now, who knows when it'll go there. And then I'll be looking for it. And that is my threads. Main Street. How close? How close? I do need to contact Chrissy, finally a farm girl, to get initials. I heard through the grapevine that she's willing to do custom initials for up here for you. So if you message her through Instagram, she will get you some initials to put into your project. This month I am going to work on the border, but this month I finished the sidewalk. So that, I won't get near as many into this, but that'll be 1,500 stitches. And then I just need to see how much back stitching there is to decide if I'm just going to go ahead and push through with that, or if that's going to have to wait until June, because I've got to give somebody time to lace this and get it framed for the Grace Notes retreat. I would love to show up with it framed. So that's another one of mine that's going to be heading into Maypole.
I apologize if I get a little sniffly. My allergies are very bad this past week.
Yeah.
I literally woke up, like, it's not even just like my nose, like my eyes water, they're so itchy. Like, I take the pill, 24-hour pill, I take the 4-hour pill, and when I have to, I do take the nasal spray, but
who likes doing that?
You know, it's just what I have to deal with.
Unfortunately, it's very hereditary. All right, Amazing Grace. This is what it will look like. Sorry for all the zippers, because I have a project bag inside
of project bags.
But
inside of sleeping bags.
Yeah. Second one, sleeping bag. And my progress is again more black and blue. I think I've gone down as far as I wanted with the blue, and I've decided I'm filling in with black now. That's what I'm doing. So I did get my 1,000 stitches on that. I am so close to the edge. Like, oh, it's like one of those things where like so close I can taste it, sense it, feel it. I just want to keep going and going and going. My husband asked me that about making finery when I put that away. He goes, "Don't you just want to keep working?" I'm like, "Yes, but I want to touch everything." So, you know, you have to prioritize. I have one more before making finery. This is Coffee Quaker. This is the one that I'm doing with my sister, and I'm doing one segment a month, and we should finish by December.
And this is by
Heartstring Samplery. And I did this corner here. So that was not on my count. So if I add that in, you can pull your project out while I'm quickly counting. 3, 7, 8, 9, 11. That gives me another 1,300 stitches. And I did feel like something was missing from here. So now we know what it was.
Alrighty. So, show me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Memorial Day by Hands On Design. I brought that to both Steel City and Hobby House Retreat. I'm not sure of the official name. And I did work on it a little bit in between those retreats. But I have gotten a lot of progress. I'm not sure. I mean, I think I will get it done by Memorial Day. I still have the back stitching to do in the flags, but we'll see. I have finished the flags. I've gotten the pole. I have just like a little bit of that to do, like there. And then there's the words up there. But I started on the grass, and then there's I don't know if they call it the Algerian islets. There's some kind of special stitch that they similar. They look like those. This is on 36 count jewel and coconut milk. But I did get this all done yesterday here. I think all of yesterday I got, or maybe in 2 days time, I got this done. So I did finish the flag at the Hobby House retreat, and then I just focused on my peacock.
So when I come home this weekend, your grass and flowers will be done?
I don't think. I have like my whole weekend planned.
All right, and then I'll show you making finery. I keep talking about it. Why is this so heavy? Oh yeah, because my threads are in here, but my cover photo is not. But it's okay because I have that little card on the front. All right, I know, threads everywhere, drives her nuts. But look, we've started on a face. That just made John's heart happy. He's like, "Don't you just want to keep going and get the whole face done?" I'm like, not exactly. I want to keep going all the way across so that I have 100 rows completely done. And down here, this is what she's going to look like. down there at the bottom with the spinning wheel. This is going to be such a mess.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's going to be quite enchanting to do. Like, some of these
Isn't it
colors.
going to be so fine to do?
Yeah. So some of the colors in her face, you're like, what? But when you look at it from a distance,
It's
cool.
a shadow, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, when I see it on camera, like when I take pictures, I'm like, wow, that looks good. But when you're just looking at it close, you're like critiquing it.
Yeah.
That's
That's most of the time with like smaller diamond darts or just diamond darts in general.
Oh,
is
yeah.
like because it's like a solid color and it's almost like I don't know if they purposely do it or just like the pixels how it turns out. But like in art, there's not a fact, but a method that by putting different colors by each other, like it gives off one color when it's stepped back. So like that's kind of when you zoom out. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Do you have any more lips?
I'm done.
Okay.
Do you believe it?
I have. Give me a second. The star of the show. I brought this, of course, to both retreats and worked on them a little bit in between the retreats.
Everyone stopped and looked at it.
My goal for each month is around 2,500 stitches, and I think I alone got that at the Steel City retreat. But only at the Hobby House, I got about 800.
So that's the difference. It's really hard to stitch.
Okay, let me put my
we were also
back.
very social, including you.
Yeah, I got to have some conversations with some designers. But here we are. I don't think I need a cover photo for it at this point. I think definitely all like this. I don't think you saw definitely more filling on the butterflies and a little bit more filling in the plumage. And everyone stopped by. They're like, "That's gorgeous." And I'm just like, "It's a freebie pattern," and I would tell them where to get it, which it's stitchingsecrets.com. But yeah, it is really nice.
Everyone's like that. Fabric really sets it apart.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because there's 12,000 stitches just in white, and I'm not doing them.
No.
All right. Do we have our haul from Steel City?
I have it. I have stuff in here.
I think all of mine was
so I've got all kinds of stuff. Like I'll just pull.
A little nosy.
I'm just gonna pull a whole bunch of stuff out. We'll see what we got.
Sorry for all this.
I don't know what this is here for. Yes, I do. So we have 2 months of fabric to show. Did we show last month?
Yeah.
I just didn't put it away.
Oh, and we get to show off those.
Yes.
Do we have all those things from it?
No. I might.
Okay.
I'll just set these aside for now. I don't know why that's in here. So today is also our 5-year anniversary of making Flosstube.
Oh, nice.
So we have some giveaways for at the end, but you know, the normal giveaway rules apply. Don't say the word giveaway, but use our little words to let us know if you would like certain items. So I did have some, at Steel City, I had a friend pass off her paper pattern of Long Dog Samplers, Whitson. So I was very excited. She finished it there. So it's kind of cute because last year I gave her a light box, and this year she gave me this because we both finished there. So that was neat. So I got that. I don't know that you really care about some of these, but I got this from Hayde. Now this is like 2 months ago during the sale, but I just never showed y'all. And then this is from Etsy, Nenny Sweet, because I buy a lot of her stuff. This is one that I feel like I showed you, but I don't know. This is one I just can't wait to start. This one I did not wait to start. So this one I call Twyla. That's for my baby. This is also Nenny Sweet. Yep. The newest in that series. And then my very good friend Janet, she designed, well, not designed, but charted this and gave me the pattern. And I don't know, that one actually might be my next full coverage start. Is that not just so pretty? It's called Reading in the Sunlight. And I do have a few friends who are going to do that with me. So that is very exciting. Okay. should we go ahead and show our fabric of the month? See how gray that is?
Where's 32? No, this is neutral, so that's 32. And then I get 36. Color.
Yeah,
That's yours.
that's mine. But I was going to have you hold it up because the color was better, remember?
But not from this side?
I didn't know. We didn't try.
No, I want to hold mine
I'll
up.
hold mine up. All right, so I don't have any. I did. I brought down a Fly Me to the Moon linen. Okay. So here is Fly Me to the Moon in linen. This is the neutral. If you don't want to see it, look away. So we're going to show you our pieces first. Mine is Jovelin.
And you'll see the
Just
difference.
in half.
At the back of
So
it.
this is
36.
36 Jovelin, and hers is
32 Lagana.
yes. So this has to be washed. Sizing has to come out. So more of those kind dye like this.
Like hers looks like moon gray, and mine looks like a yellowy gray. You would see like
Looking in the sky.
yeah, looking up.
But actually, I think because of the cotton, the brittle in them look like that. But here, do you want to hold that one up? This is how it dyed in both linen
and Ada.
I brought that.
But such a fitting name.
Yep. Also,
I
more of
named
the
it.
yellowy. So keep your pieces separate.
And I'm really happy that people that have seen it, that they really like the color.
Okay, I shouldn't have brought that.
The color of that, not the color of the month.
Okay, so then this is our blue skies. Mine's 32
Jovelin.
32 Jovelin.
Mine is 36 Jovelin. Ta-da! Very nice bright blue.
And this is blue skies. We got actually kind of sad. Our combo people got the blue Fly Me to the Moon, which was an awesome color. Don't get me wrong, it was awesome, and I'm glad everybody got it. But a lot of people
love the blue
skies. So this was it in Lugana. We didn't have any linen left, so I didn't have any to show you. And then I have the Ada. So you can see they do dye pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do wash the sizing out of those Luganas. Well, in some of our, that's 25, but on the left, that's the positive. Back up. Yeah, our unsized Lugana dyes like Ada because it is Ada, or it's cotton with rayon. Yes. Okay. So, does it matter if we do Hobby House first?
Let's just do City first.
Okay, so you really do want me to go through? Yep. Okay, because that is Hobby House. As is that. Oh, we got gifts in the mail. Did you bring yours down?
I thought mine was in there.
Something is strong smelling in here. Oh, I think it's our tea. Yes, all of this stuff is in here. Whoops. All right.
Okay.
Ooh!
Nice.
Shoot.
Right there.
All right. So we do have a few leftover pieces of our Titanic box that we can sell. This was in it. And I don't know if you're watching, but there's a lady who said her dog chewed it up, and I was, talked to her, but we had extras to replace it. And I don't know where the email went. I went through all my old emails. I went through screenshots. I went through my messages, and I can't find it because I wanted to let you know I could send it out. She emailed me while we were at Steel City. And our budding designer over here. You want to show that all?
Ta-da! Same pattern, but just one for each of us. Can't really lean any forward because the dog's on me. But the pattern is called it kind of is just like over the very back of Make Each Day Count, and that says it. But that's the name of the pattern. It's the first time actually getting it officially printed, so I wouldn't say we were rushing, but we were last minute getting it put together, so there might have been a little oopsies.
Just with missing the name on the front of the pattern.
Right. But I like how it turned out, and I got some feedback from people, and they like it a lot. And hearing that people are gonna stitch it, that does make me happy. And
this is Ship of Dreams. This was what was in our Titanic box.
Yep. And everyone got a fat quarter
Mm-hmm.
of whatever fabric they wanted.
Yep, everybody gets to choose in our boxes because...
And it's called Ship of Dreams. I don't know if she said that.
Because when you're getting a box from a fabric dyer, why should I limit it?
Right. And in this pattern, I can hold it a little bit closer. There is the called for floss tones. There's only the one that's not included. They got 3 floss tone colors, I believe, but the 3 that are there were included in the box. So floss tones is featured in that pattern.
Yep. And then this is the needle minder that everybody got. It's kind of supposed to be reminiscent of one of the plates.
The China on the ship, yeah.
And then my sister, as a gift, gave Colleen and me
a
keychains, and then she also made me a little
bling. Flustering bling.
Yep. Also in...
I like that one.
I like the white one.
They're like supposed to resemble like a cigar kind of thing.
Cigar case.
A cigar case. And inside is a needle. But we didn't put needles in ours.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it screws open.
And then also, I'll let you open that and close it. This is mine and mine. That's all.
Rainy. So from the movie, this is to be like the Heart of the Ocean necklace, and it's a zipper pull. There it is. Very nice. My aunt made these. Where's the back? Okay.
And then while she's doing that, I will show our flosses. It's Heart of the Ocean, Titanic, and Aster. The only one that was, I think it was Leo, was used. Lee was used in the pattern, but that was one of our regular line that wasn't released at the Titanic box.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to show your zipper pull that you made?
This is a prop.
Yeah.
All right. I'm very happy that all of these could match because we had enough of everything. Yeah, I get to show this. So I put like a clear bead, a red bead, a black bead, signature music note. I'll try to get like really close. There's the wheel with the anchor that symbolizes like the ship being built. The luggage is when like everyone's boarding. The diamond is them like embellishing like everything's so grand and beautiful. The wave is to represent the iceberg, and the praying hands is for when the ship was sinking. Yep. And then there is the ship down there. It does look like the Titanic a little bit, but it's very nice. Yep. So there you go.
Those are yours. So I think I separated everything by yours and mine.
Okay.
Okay. Then in the mail, we actually got these cute little gnomes. They were little ornaments that we can hang. I'm probably just going to hang mine on a hook here. I'm not going to wait for Christmas. So I liked that. That was from our friend Becca. She got a blue one, right?
I think, but I don't really know where I put it.
Did you get a wooden? This is just a floss drop.
I did.
Just
but
somebody
I don't
came
know.
around and handed them out just because they were being nice.
I don't know where any of my haul is. I'm just gonna stand up.
Laura Zuniga Vargas gave us candy from, is it from Ecuador? South America?
Is this my bag?
Whoever, where this
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. You know, with love from Costa Rica. Why didn't I read that?
Oh, there's something upstairs I forgot. But yeah, this looks like all my haul.
And then my very good friend Carla. Oh, it's purple. That's her. Gave me numbers to take pictures with for my games. She was using these, and I asked her what they were. And then when she saw me in person, she goes, "Aha! I got you a set."
Somebody else got them.
Yep. So I haven't been using them because I was waiting to make our video. Our friend Mary Barbara, her friend Sue, made these, and she handed these out. They're so cute for little pins. So there's a pin under here, but they're adorable. I can't wait to start to put my pins in there. Is that it for Steel City?
No, because I have a whole bag of Steel City.
Oh yeah. I don't.
So
I've been using mine already.
Not everything in there, and that's why I put everything away. I wasn't touching it. It was apparently just a bag right there. But they gave, on both sides, and I love the blue. They gave us a mug. I'm not sure what I'll use it for yet because I do have mugs at my stitchy spot. I use them for pens in my room, all kinds of stuff.
It's a great coffee mug.
So
it's the right size for me.
Every time I get a mug, I'm like, it's like too nice to even drink out of because the wear and tear of it from washing and things in it. But yeah, sometimes I'll be like, this one's a nice big one. You can never go wrong with a big one for drinking. So I think this will be another drinking mug. So here's my candy here. And what else? I'm trying to think who this was from. It has a key.
It's from Carla.
Oh, it's from Carla. A keychain to hold some chapstick. I got strawberry chapstick in it. And then there's a tag with a jumper ring? Jumper ring. I think there's a word for it, but yeah, got a keychain. Of course, it's blue. And then I think I threw it. No, I think this is all from Harry. 3D printed a penny floss drop. So that's really cute. I think the amount of colors on there. I'm still trying to figure out for a project that I want to kit up that what I want to put in there. And we got some colored 3D printed floss drops there. So I can even put little stickers on. Bobbins. And there's a bunch of mints, tiny pair of scissors, and another chapstick. And I got creamy coconut. So I'll put this all back. They came in this bag. Quick.
Some of that stuff I may have started to use.
Okay.
I didn't go into my video making bag, then it just
this is like haul / plans, but I have to go upstairs to get the one thing for plans.
Can I insert a video?
No, so I just have to grab something. Oh, here, let me show you this.
Is this haul or purchase? I mean, is this gift?
These are gifts.
Oh,
that was gift.
Where's mine?
That was a gift too. Here. Okay. Well, here's my Steel City floss drop.
I have a whole little bag somewhere.
We got tea from. Is this from Sarah? Or no? Engineer Craft. Yeah. Oh, breakfast in Paris. What were we saying about drinking it?
That we were going to drink it together.
Right, but there was a reason.
Maybe when we were hanging our projects.
Something like that. And then this is from Sarah, one of our table mates. She has, I think she has a sticker subscription, and she gets notepads with them. So I took this one, and I think I have a blue one as well. This is from Amy Andrews.
Mm-hmm. It's a floss ring.
It's a floss ring with a charm on it. So a little birdie on it.
You gave me the sloth.
Yes.
So memory did come back.
And then her name was Mary. She was so sweet. I love talking to her. She was handing out patterns as a table gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I took all 3 of these from.
Well, yeah, because she gave us each 1 or 2, and then she had some fabric that she wasn't going to use, so she was handing that out. And obviously, Colleen and I don't need extra fabric.
So, is this like the designer, but this is the name of the designer, or like is she?
That's her. Yeah, that's her.
Okay, so this is a pattern with thy needle and thread.
That's her business name.
Yeah.
But everyone just
Brenda Gervais. Yeah. Brenda Gervais. Red, white, and bloom. So it's a bunch of pillows.
So she gave Colleen and me each. Mm-hmm. Actually, a newer pattern. She didn't need to do that at all, but she did.
Claire Hansen. This is by Hello from Liz Matthews. I like this one, and I do like collecting her patterns. Her style, I do like a lot. And then here was one that she had as well. A Secret Sky. This is my first modern folk embroidery. There's still one, like, I think I know how to get it, but like haven't just gone and gotten it yet. But yeah, this is really cool. I like this one. And then my aunt, I don't know, she said, "Did I give this to you?" Because it was a Christmas gift she brought, or a birthday gift. My birthday and Christmas are right together. That's a Grogu pattern, so I'll have to stitch that at some point. It's very cute.
So you got that weekend.
So that was from at my grandparents' before we went to the Steel City retreat. And here's the bag that the med came in our itinerary. And I think there's something else in there. Oh, there's a finishing kit. Oh, and there's a coaster. I didn't see there was a coaster. Court coaster. Pretty sure that's a coaster.
Yeah.
Then they have like a wood back, the hoop, and there's a pen. And I don't know if there's anything else. I think it's just finishing stuff.
Oh, there's a new pattern. This much I did know. Because this was not the, so Erin from Steel City Stitchers actually designed this. And the model was on display as we walked in. And it was so cute, so adorable. And she has others. So she has Hello February, March, January. But this Hello Pittsburgh was adorable. And I said, I may not have stitched the
other one?
Yeah, the one that was like we were to pre-do, but this one I want to do.
Can I rub it and grab my thing?
Yes. So while Colleen went up, I went across and I knew I had a little bag sitting. So that has all my little stuff. But look at this. It's also heartstring super. You hold the key to my heart and it's got a key. So this was also from our table mate, Mary. So I had that set aside. This is the cute little one I got from Sarah. Little notepad. And then a purple little kit from Carla. Mine's coconut. Yours was strawberry. And then I may have gotten these from, I used the one. It's already on my project, so you saw it a little bit. But yeah, I got these from Tiffany Black Cat X Stitchery. She's doing grime guards. And boy, I love her grime guards. So now I can start using those. I think I'm going to put all my little things in here so that I don't lose them.
Alright, so this was a pattern I picked up at the Crafty U at Steel City. I saw the I saw the model. Like I love seeing the models there. This is by Summer House Stitchworks.
Yeah.
And it's called the Persian Bird. And it gives like clip bits of that, but like here's the pattern. Like, ooh, so pretty. And they include the plume. I don't know if they say what. I don't know. It's called the plume. Feather. So, like seeing that, like that is so pretty. The sister of the shop owner, when I was stitching my peacock, she knew that pattern from her shop. She was like, "Oh, is that one?" I was like, "No, but I just bought it." You can never have enough peacock projects or anything you like. But I did like the saying on it, "Be still and know that I am God." So that really spoke to me. And then, because I think theirs when we planned, I am doing.
You and Carla?
Yes, Carla and I are doing.
Should we talk about this project?
That there was like 4 different locations it could be in the house. And it was in the first one I looked, but
this is while we were dying.
Yes, while we were dying. So when I have like a 20-minute in between break per round, I think.
And I get 5.
Every round is when I would look around, find a place, and then still it's striking at my brain. I can't find it.
I'm pulling shelves apart.
My brain is going like this the entire day. Like, where could it be? Yeah. Well, it was in the first place I looked.
You had to look a third time.
A second time.
I thought you said 3.
A second time in that spot. So this, I was like, I knew I've put maybe 50 stitches in the fabric, and I had dyed new fabric for it because I'll get to that in a second. I was like, I just need the pattern. Like, I don't care if I have the copy of the pattern. Like, I just want the pattern because I have the fabric. I know what that is. That's all I need. And I have
yeah, that's when you made me dye recently. Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was like,
Because you redid it.
all I need, like I know it's all in a project bag. I just need fabric. So
Because you didn't like this.
yes, 1 second.
I went with it.
So
Why didn't you want this?
because it is not 40 count linen.
Okay.
And this is, let me get to what the pattern is. It's Lincoln's Eagle by Teresa Kogan. And this is what we're going to stitch along. We are going to start it on July 4th. And I had started this. I wanted to do it for my dad. Obviously, I started like 2 years ago. And he even, like, every time he sees this pattern, he's like, I would want to stitch that. Of course, he has other ones he's working on. He's mostly monogamous. So yeah, I really just wanted the pattern. I'm like, if I cannot find my old piece of fabric, I do not care. Because I know Bernal is 40 count, and obviously we don't know how to do 40 count linen, but I just do not stitch on linen. So I was like, let's redye a piece, and I'll do it on Berdal, and it's an even weave. So my beautiful strawberry latte, so it's same color. It's a little bit more muted on the linen.
It's dustier on the linen.
Yeah. So I do like, it is very pink, but you can do a crazy color, it'll still look good.
It will look good.
So
you'll have to make those reds really stand out.
Yeah, because the tan, it's like a yellowy tan. They call it something by Swagger.
Like Bradley.
Not on the back is where maybe it's like somewhere else on there. But there, I believe it was Carla that found a project bag for it, and she was like, "There's one. There's another one. There's another one. You gotta get it." Because this is the project bag I currently have it in. So, by Graceful Threads, the Eagles, of course, and the American flag, and there's a tote bag in there. I'm sorry for the crinkle. So the size of it, I knew. What did I say?
Tote.
I saw tote and said accessory. Because I knew a Q-snap would not fit in there. I don't even know if the project's that big. Hopefully it'll fit in this. But I'll go for the first time try out a Nerd Tube. So that will fit very nicely in there with my project. And I'll put my threads. So I'm trying to figure out which floss drop I want to use for the threads. Because there's not many colors and it's less than 10.
You can use your bunny.
There is Freaks Dye Works in there. Yeah. So I was
taught 10. How many holes did the bunny have?
More than that. But yes, I was convinced into getting that. I made it work. And then I think that's for plans, at least for a plan start. Then we have haul and stuff from Hobby House.
Okay. So as we would go around, we were introducing ourselves to people at tables. Somebody gave us this. It says, "Mix me into the stuffing of a little pillow or pinky, and I will be smoothing and smell delicious. If needed in future, give me a little squeeze, and my scent will be reactivated."
Lavender seeds.
Yeah, very cool.
They smell very nice.
Yeah. And then somebody came around to the tables and gave us these cute little pins. Kathleen, Camerish, and Dawn. They're from Ontario.
Ba-ba. I got the blue one.
Yep. We actually picked each other's.
Mm-hmm.
We pulled them out and went for you. So that was pretty cool.
Is it all? I think it's underneath.
Yep. Okay.
Table gift as well.
So people did table gifts usually, most of them on Friday or Saturday, because Friday is when everybody got there. So we got there Saturday night because we had to stop. Let's just talk about the retreat.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got there Thursday evening. We went straight to Hobby House. Didn't know, but we set up our tablecloths. We put up our
set out the fabrics.
Set it up for the trunk show, and that was it.
And even as we were setting it out, like they had customers there. It was very booming.
Yeah, it was busy. The line was insane.
They were picking pieces up right then because we'd already like set over a list of the inventory, so it was already in their system. So yep, right then and there, people are already buying it. So it was nice.
That was crazy. So then we checked into our hotel. Did you stitch at all that evening?
I did stitch, but not with people.
Okay, but we actually ran into friends like right as we were pulling in, right?
I don't remember.
But we went to Olive Garden that night.
Yes.
And then the retreat didn't start until 1:00
Friday.
So then we did go to breakfast. Lunch.
Because they didn't have a breakfast at the hotel.
Yeah, we did do breakfast. And we did Chipotle. No, we did Chipotle for lunch because we were afraid we wouldn't be back in time.
Right.
But they
Oh.
let us in a few minutes early.
Oh,
Remember?
yes.
Yeah, people were already in there at 1.
And there's gonna be plenty of pictures at the end. I'll send them to her to insert. Because as we were driving in, I saw a restaurant and I'm like, I'm gonna look it up and see what that is. So I did get to go there, but I'll talk about it in a second.
Okay. So then we already knew a couple people that we
Yes.
wanted to sit with. So they had a seat for us. And then one of the ladies that I late night stitched with, she asked if she could sit with us, which of course she could. And then 2 people we had met at Steel City had joined us. So we had one empty seat that got taken away on Saturday, and we got to spread out a little bit more. But that lady.
Yes. Sorry. So how we have our Winterberry, how do you call them? Do you call them happy house cases?
Yeah.
But yeah, they're nice leather. The zip up makes the pretty purple inside. Yeah, she was very nice, and she gave this to everyone at the table.
So Carol actually sat next to me, and she handed them. She brought these before the rest of the table had come back from dinner, so we got to pick.
She put them in these bags
first, which was cool because we had our cases and we got matching ones.
Matching ones. It's got the stamp on there. And yes, I did start using mine.
She used hers immediately forwards.
This, I had one little threader in it, and then I left my click clack in the room. And I didn't feel like getting it because we were not just in the elevators. That was so fun because
they came from Museum of the Bible.
Oh wow. They had like 2 other events going on there, so yeah, the elevators were pretty crazy. So yeah, I didn't just want to go up there because you had to exit the building. You're outside for a minute walk,
but
and there's
sometimes
stairs.
It was raining.
Yeah, the weather wasn't. It wasn't awful, but some days the one day it was.
To go to the bathroom was.
I just used the hotel restroom.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put my yours in there because like the leather in there, it is nice for sticking the threads in there. I don't know if that'll be my intended purpose for this, but I will keep it inside of my Winterberry case because it matches and it's so nice. And she's so generous.
So generous and so nice.
Yes, you guys were chatting a lot.
And mine just so happened to have the sticker. I can do all things through him who gives me strength. Sorry. Philippians 4:13 is his Bible verse, which was really cool because this is my husband's life verse. This is his favorite verse in the Bible. So I told her, I don't know if I can keep it or if I'm going to share it with
him. Mine came with a blue tower that says "Great is thy faithfulness," and I do like that hymn a lot.
So that is also very, very cool. And then Saturday morning was the kit that they passed out.
Yes,
do you have the hobby house bag? I don't. Mine's away. Yours is too.
Yes, mine is.
So Friday afternoon, at some point, they called us up by table and we got our swag bags, but it really was just a bag. It was nice. It's a nice big bag. And then we were given our itinerary and our name tags.
Okay, so you have the patterns. So
do I have all of our patterns? All 4?
Well, yours are in there, and then you have that one.
Yeah. So the patterns were
they're what would you call them, like sister pieces?
Yes, they go together.
So one is by Heartstring Sampler, one's by Punch Sampler.
So Heartstring Samplery is Lucy to Henry, and then Henry to Lucy. It's a love story. But I was sitting there looking at my friends before I went and got my kit. And I was like, I am going to have to stitch this for my husband and myself. And I was going to do them side by side with a mat, like with something in between.
You still could do.
I still am going to.
Right, if 2 people stitch it.
I'm just like, he goes, oh, I'll have to get fabric. I went, no, you're going to stitch on the fabric that I choose because they're going together. Because I forgot his Plum Street to have signed by Paulette. He was a little not thrilled with me, but he didn't give it to me. So I asked her to sign this to him. Well, as I decided to have her sign it to him, I was like, well, actually, he can stitch this. Even though it's a horse and I love stitching horses, I'll let him stitch this side. And then I'll stitch her side. And if you look at the pictures that we put at the end You'll see there's also a bell pull. So there are words. So I don't know if I'm going to do that around, or I don't know. I haven't decided that part yet.
And I got mine, thank you.
But we got these little
They gave us, they gave us pouches, and inside, you don't
go
have to hold
ahead.
out. They gave you the classic Colorworks, the DMC, the Simply Shaker. That's still classic Colorworks.
That's Gentle Art.
Okay, they gave you Gentle Art, and they gave you Weeks Dye Works. So, like, they really had a kit, and they had fabric, but we're fabric dyers, so.
Yeah, we didn't take the fabric was rolled up and looked really cute, and it was in the shape of the bell pull. That way you could cut it apart in pieces if you wanted, or stitch it as a long bell pull.
I think there's like 2 colors that might work for Lincoln's Eagle, because that does call for Weeks Dye Works. I might steal it from there,
or
if we have it in stash.
And then Saturday night, they kind of did everything Saturday night. Yeah. They did all the drawings and everything because they wanted to do it Sunday afternoon, but some people had flights and they wouldn't be able to stay through to the planned time. But Annabella's designed this. We came as strangers and left as friends.
So it's like a replica of Hobby House's storefront, like their shop.
So I am going to give, we have 2 copies. We don't need 2 copies. So I'm going to give one away as a giveaway. So what word, not this word, strangers. Use the word strangers if you would like to have the Hobby House exclusive pattern. So Annabella's this is what Hobby House Landing looks like now that they have all of their buildings or all their businesses under one roof. So that's our first giveaway. So strangers.
This was another thing they handed out.
Then later that night,
there's a presentation of a pattern that someone designed.
Yes,
and then this was like a snippet from this, or just
no, this is totally separate.
Oh, okay. Separate.
Teresa Baird was an attendee, and when they found out that she was an attendee, they asked if she would come up and give a little presentation. And she had just designed, and I will put the photo in. I don't know if I'll insert it here or if I'll put it at the end, of North Carolina. It was a sampler that she had done. It is absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. But because she was doing that, she also created a little pin keep. And again, we have 2. We don't need 2. So I'm going to give my copy away. So if you would like this, it's the word friendship. So we have strangers, and then we have friendship for this. In person, this pin keep.
Yeah, it was like about this big. It was very pretty.
Oh, so pretty. I couldn't stop looking at it. But she designed it for that, and then she gave every single one of us patterns, which was so generous, so sweet. So that is our second giveaway. So yes, we got lots of goodies that we came home with, right? Is that everything?
Is that from
those 3 patterns? 3 sets of patterns.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, we are both keeping our kit patterns because we got them signed.
Yeah, we got them signed.
Plus, we both are going to stitch it, right? All right, but we do have 2 more giveaways. So this is a pass the stash. This is why I didn't use the word friends, because if you would like Flosstube Friends, my pattern is in pristine condition. Well, I can't even open it because I scanned it into a pattern or into a PDF, and I never highlighted, never opened this again. So Flosstube Friends, use the word friends if you would like this as your giveaway. I feel like we should have 5 since
5 years.
5 years, but anyway.
Look, we'll just give this away.
Well, this was number 4. This is Joy to the World. So use the word joy. This is actually, it was given to us by Small Town Needleworks because did I buy this?
I have no idea.
I think she gave it to me as an extra when I ordered some stuff from her earlier in the year. So use the word joy. I've had this setting aside because I knew
our anniversary was coming
up. So yes, this is a little thrown together here, but we thought 5 years fitting to give away 5 things. So we decided we don't need to have 2 of these. I do think it's adorable, and I do want to stitch it, but again, we don't need 2. So this is Hello Pittsburgh by Erin of Steel City, the Steel City Girls. You can stitch it, fall in love with it. You can see her other designs that she sells. And then also in our kit was SCS Neighborhood. So to get both of these, you can use the word Pittsburgh because that's where our first retreat was this weekend.
This month.
This month,
or I guess
first
last
weekend
month.
of
April.
May. Oh, it was
Today's
last
May
week of
1st.
April. We did our April recap before April was over. That makes sense. All right.
March.
So that's our giveaways. Plans. You talk
Yeah,
about your 4th of July.
For July. Really working on Memorial Day because that needs to be done. And then, because it is a Americana piece, I would do want to be like, oh, that was done. I can work on that'll be, I don't know how much I'll focus on it, but it's pretty much the end of the year is when I'll finish Peacock. It's called Peacock Pals. So that'll be a focus. Well, it's only May 1st.
Right.
But I have to get, I have like 800 stitches in for this month. I don't know the math for that, but it's over 1,000. So good luck for me.
All right. So I have my same goals that I always have. But then the numbers for WIPCO were 19 and 5. I am not taking Arabian Princess with me. That is my one on black with light effects, the metallic flosses. That is not going with me. Katrina. Oh, that was my birthday start a few years ago. I love that. I don't know if that can go with me. I'll have to pull it out. And then...
Is it Katrina? Or, no, it is Katrina?
Yeah, that's Katrina.
Katrina.
Oh, wow. My big, huge, epic storybook princesses. That is Cloud's Factory.
On the pale purple?
No, it's on dark purple because I'm stupid.
Dark opalescent?
Oh my goodness. And then my stained glass princesses.
I know which one that is.
I don't know why I have SW on there, but I do.
Star Wars.
I don't know. But so those are my WIPCO calls. Those are going to be what gets added in. And we have Mother's Day. We have Mother's Day starts planned.
I know where it is. We put them out. But we'll obviously. Oh, yeah.
They'll see them.
You'll see it. Not as planned to start because we'll have already started it in our recap.
And then
hopefully I have 100 stitches in it.
The day before Mother's Day, John and I, Mr. Grace Notes, are going to Lancaster to the other cross stitch shop, Cross Stitch Unlimited.
Stitches Unlimited. And she was there at the retreat, at the Hobby House
retreat.
So
we got to talk to her there. So we're doing a one-day retreat with them. And then in the middle of the week at the end of May, I'm taking my husband on his birthday trip, which I'm not telling you where because he watches sometimes. He is turning 50. And so I'm taking him somewhere special. We're doing a 3-day trip, and I'm not telling him where we're going until we are going there.
But he's doing the driving.
And he is doing the driving, and he is already trying to ask for hints. So not happening because he'll watch the video just to see if we tell.
Wouldn't you like to know that?
Yeah. And then let's talk about Maypole. So it's May, POLL, because we are polling each other.
Mm-hmm.
I did see that if you actually use the polling feature, you cannot edit. So if you are going to post what your winner is in photos, you'll have to do it in your own comments.
Comments or a new post, yeah.
Well, not a new post, because your new post will be your new Maypole. That's why.
Oops.
So when you're, like mine was Coffee Quaker against Castle Homecoming. So I put up a poll. They voted. Castle Homecoming won. So I'm going to stitch on that first. And then I'll put in the comments my stitching from Castle Homecoming. I do have to stitch on that every week, so you guys will see it coming up in the polls a lot. And unfortunately, if it doesn't win anything at the end of next week, I'm just going to have to stitch on it without a poll. But it's because that's my one motif a week. But I am going to put up Anne and I don't know.
Is that Soda Stitch?
Yes, my Anna Green Gables against something, and then I'll take both of those projects with me for my trip. And I'll do Anna Green Gables and Katrina. And then that way, whichever one wins, I'll have both projects with me and I can stitch on that.
Mm.
I am unfortunately not going to put
I forgot to talk about one thing. You'll see pictures, but finish and I'll talk about
oh yeah. I did two things actually. I the one that I usually take to sit and stitch. Jasmine, stained glass jasmine.
it.
That's not going in my poles. That's just going to be a car stitching along with my knitting. All right.
Mm.
So go ahead and talk about what you want to talk about.
The restaurant I saw,
I knew.
it was called Umai. It is a Japanese conveyor belt. Well, I don't know if it's like it's inspired by Japanese, but it's a conveyor belt sushi restaurant. Like just looking at the menu, seeing what they have, and just I was like, we have to go for the experience. So we were just planning to go a certain time. Then we invited a friend, but then we had to go sooner. And then so it was just mom and me, and she was enjoying me or watching me. But she did have
I took pictures and video.
I think just teriyaki steak, and it was like cut in strips, so I was able to eat it. But yeah, as so about like this height, and you're sitting in your seat, they would have the label, and then like two of it, like they would have several plates of it,
2 or 3.
and then like the same next to it, the sign would be another of it in case it has to go across like the whole restaurant. So I had tried like 4 different kinds. I found I do not like smoked salmon.
Mm-hmm.
Smoked, and it like it's not bacon, like that's not what it was more like smoked ham. I too like smoked ham, but like as a fish, oh, so I didn't like it. I pulled it out. It was like a Philadelphia one. Had cream cheese, but I like the ones with the avocado in it, the cucumber. But yeah, they were so good, and had the salmon nigiri. Uh, but like usually at those restaurants in Japan, you can just take your plates and put it to a slot, and it'll like add up your price. There was like not a kiosk, but like a tablet there, and you could order stuff. And even they had a robot come around, like if you had
Drinks.
refills of a drink. That was cool. Like the experience was awesome.
And what they did was they had QR codes. So when you took the
Mm,
plate, it
right,
scanned it right at your table.
right up like on the conveyor belt, like built in. Like each table has its own QR code thing, so it could see
A
it, take
reader.
it off. Yeah, yeah. So technology is crazy. I was like, I wonder how much electric that is. So it is a chain, but I only know of one other like location. So I don't know if like how big that chain is, but oh, like we don't have it, so can we go? So it was very
And
fun.
then we had dessert.
Yeah.
So our friends who were going to go didn't because they were having dinner with the designers,
Mm-hmm.
and we were invited to do that. So we went for an early dinner for her sushi, and then we, instead of having dinner, we had baklava at the
Yes,
Mediterranean restaurant.
Mediterranean, and
The baklava was
any like
amazing.
prepackaged baklava I've had, like I've never had a good impression of it. The stuff like their entire like a
Pistachios.
cookie
It was
case,
good.
like that was their whole refrigerated case. The entire thing, there are 100 pieces of baklava. Like each little case had like 2 pieces, but that's all that was in the case. I was like,
They
that's
must
a
make
ton.
a ton.
But yeah,
Make it every day.
very very good. Like texture wise, flavor, not overly sweet, but it was just very good. So I like baklava.
And you made a very good connection with
Heartstring sampler, Beth Twist. In the room, and I don't want to spoil it just in case. I mean, I'll probably change stuff on it, but it is theme wise, layout wise, kind of a design I do want to work on. Well, I guess did I mention that news? But anyways,
you can.
on like the back of our itinerary, I did a doodle of a pattern. So I did that in the hotel room, and I had a picture of it that I showed the Best Twist, and she was like, "Oh, I like how like it's not how it's asymmetrical," and she was like, "Oh, I'm not that good at drawing." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not good either. This is like scribbles." But so another time we chatted, she said she gave me pointers. And if I ever want to like bounce back on that, like ideas, like show them to her, get her opinion of them. So that was very nice to hear. And she was very encouraging about me designing. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, she's very, very encouraging.
And then, so with this design, hopefully I can get it. Is it September?
The end of September.
At Hodgepodge. Bro, is it a one-day retreat? She has vendors, I guess, for designers, and I will be one of them. So we'll get some of my other patterns printed, and
She's showcasing 4 new designers.
for new designers. So yeah, I'll hopefully not just one pattern. I hope they get at least 2, maybe surprise a third, but I don't know. But yeah, I'll be able to have my own patterns, and that'll be separate from the fabrics. Be really nice.
So that's it. Very exciting news on Colleen's front. I think we caught you all up, and with that, we are going to say
Happy
stitching.
stitching.
We will, yeah. You're going first.
Hello, Petunia. Have you guys been here before?
No, we haven't.